So welcome to satsang and namaste. I wanted to clarify what it means to feel on a conscious level versus what it feels on a subconscious or unconscious level, and what happens with the energetics when we're working in a satsang like this. 99% of your mind is subconscious and unconscious. 1% of it is conscious. So the majority of your thoughts and actions and words come from your subconscious and unconscious mind. They're secretly programmed. Your reactions, they'll just come out by the impetus of the energies and issues that are stored inside your subconscious and unconscious mind. So sometimes we just can't help our reaction. It just comes out. The energy of satsang primarily goes to your subconscious mind and unconscious mind. Works on very, very deep levels of your being, your psyche, your mind. And therefore, may be sometimes difficult to feel. So this is an important point to make.
What do you mean difficult to feel?
When the energy, the clearing happens, when the transformation happens inside you as you're connecting into satsang, it's happening on such a deep level
You don't know it.
that you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So the majority of the work that's happening with you right now is way underneath the surface. The karmas, the issues, the problems that you have are being worked out on a deeper level, not necessarily on the conscious mind. So you may not feel the energy on a conscious level. Now, when a particular pathway gets cleared or unclogged, let's say a particular energetic pathway, suddenly you may feel a burst of meditation or blissfulness or happiness or love or joy or whatever. But you kind of have to have a clearing of a specific path, kind of all the way through that path, to start to feel the flow of energy inside you on a conscious level. So the amazing thing about working specifically with Swami Purna is that his energy works on all levels of being, on the deepest parts of you, and will work on vast amounts of karma, clear out, sweep out eons of issues stored deep inside you. If all of your karma and your issues from previous lifetimes came to the surface right now, you probably would die. So that's why we don't remember our past lives. We don't want to remember them, because the traumas and issues that happened during that, it's enough just to deal with what we're dealing with just in this lifetime. So thank God that our karma and our issues go to the subterranean as opposed to the surface, because we wouldn't be able to handle all the negativity that comes. And we would probably always be in a sort of bad mood and crabby, because we can't process all the issues that are coming up at once. So what the saint does, so let's say what Swami Purna will do, is he will not be shining the full light upon you so that you can connect fully to that power and that energy. It's kind of like looking at the sun. You don't want to look directly at the sun. It will blind you. It will hurt your eyes. So the Satguru kind of draws in the energy so a human being can actually handle the light. That's how it works. And so bit by bit, you start to work on your karma. If you ask for too much to be cleared at once, you can be overwhelmed and go into a tailspin and not even be able to function in your life. So it may be good that we're gradually doing this rather than asking for it to all come up at once. Oh, well, I want immediate enlightenment. Well, can you handle all your karmas coming up at once? Can you handle seeing all of that? So the point is, don't worry if you don't experience a deep meditation right away in satsang, because oftentimes it doesn't happen. It takes some time and clearing. You just have to develop patience. My biggest problem over the years has been impatience. I've wanted it all at once. Well, why can't I have enlightenment right now? And I'm getting disgusted and depressed with my path because I'm still having issues. I'm still bothered and irritated by people. I'm still lashing out at people. I'm still disliking people. I'm still getting angry. You know, I've still got all these problems, and I just sometimes can become down on myself because after all this spiritual work, I've still got problems. And after very intense work, I'm still reacting on the same old issue. So,
you're not alone.
right? So therefore, it's very, very important for me, particularly, to be aware of when I do improve. When I did make progress. Where, let's say, someone yells at me and says I did this and this wrong, my normal reaction would be feeling guilt. I did something wrong. Or, let's say lately, if someone yells at me, and I said, well, let me consider that and see what I did and see what I can improve. I won't be hard on myself. I'm not going to take their reprimand for the truth. I'll just consider it. Because I've lived with guilt long enough, and I've recognized that when guilt eats away inside, I'm always feeling bad about myself, and I'm always second guessing. Did I say something wrong? Oh, did I offend that person? Oh, I must be wrong in that case. And it's just this twinge that's bothering me all the time, worry. And it's like, why not just jump into life fully? And if I make a mistake, just own up to it and be okay with making mistakes and say, I'm allowed to make mistakes. Because Earth wasn't meant to be perfect. You know, they say that the word sin isn't, oh, you gotta be guilty because you did a bunch of things wrong, you gotta do some penance for it. You know, sin is simply an archer's term that means missing the mark. Right? So if I messed up on this particular circumstance because I wasn't kind to that person enough or compassionate enough, I simply say, oh, well, I missed the mark. I'll try better next time. And that's how I do it, rather than all the meaning behind it. I'm a bad person. I did something guilty. I should take penance for this. I'm going to be hard on myself. Right? And then have patience with myself, knowing that it's not so easy just to come to a satsang and clear away all my issues and it's all good. It's like this stuff has been programmed inside me for eons, hundreds of thousands of lifetimes, buried in the depths of my psyche and my being. For me to expect just to fix an insecurity issue in a day and say, oh, I recognize it now, I'm all good. It doesn't work like that. That stuff is stored in my bones. It's stored in my blood. It's stored in my organs, in my brain, in my emotions, in my mind. And if I work out an issue a little bit, it may be just, one small emotional pathway that I worked out. But that issue still has remnants in all these other places in my being. So to have that patience of like, day by day, I'm simply going to work on myself. And the next time I go into a similar situation, I'll try to be more present. I'll try to be more understanding. I'll try to be more compassionate, and really try to get where the other person is coming from rather than immediately react. That's what my intention is today, whatever happens, you make tiny steps. Or another example, if a person has dishonesty problems, say, okay, well, my only role, my only sadhana just means spiritual practice, is today simply be honest and integrity with my word. That may be hard for a person who tends to tell lies or tends to not be quite truthful. That may be hard, but that may be an excellent spiritual practice, and you may be squirming because you kind of have to tell the truth now. But really, really helpful to break through the dishonest pattern. But you don't say, oh God, I'm a dishonest person, I'm never going to be honest and it's too hard and I'm a bad, bad person. You just say, clearly I've gotten into this habit, I understand, and I'm aware of my dishonesty, and that's a great achievement in itself. Some people may not even be aware of their dishonesty for their entire life and still continue to tell lies, kind of even accidentally. So, have some compassion for yourself. Have some compassion. Yeah, that it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. That's the human condition. And say, compare yourself to the guru. Even gurus have fallen. You've heard oftentimes news about certain gurus that have had issues, problems with their students or whatever, like drama around a guru. That guru may not be fully purified. See, but the issue with that is oftentimes in the news, when news comes out with guru, it's usually bad. So then there's this overarching sentiment in society that says a guru is bad and we can't trust them because they're going to take advantage of us, lie, or whatever. But some gurus are actually still partly human also. They're not completely divinized. They've got still some of their issues to work on as well. In fact, most gurus do. Very, very few have reached the supreme state of being, the ultimate state, where they are free of the Maya, the illusion that's created in the mind. Very, very, very few. It's like extraordinarily rare. So today we are going to focus on the clearing, activating, empowering of the chakras. And I want to explain why we're doing this, what's the importance of it, and how it can affect your life. We all have sort of 7 main chakras, many, many chakras. I thought of a joke today, which was, I actually have a cold right now. And I've been kind of sniffing and sneezing and all that. But what I thought was maybe I need to clear my nasal chakras.
Could be allergies. The dog has allergies. Oh.
So, chakras are aspects of your mind, representations of different states of consciousness. So it's kind of like a ladder. We've got 7 major chakras, and you start from the very bottom, which is the root chakra. And that's like the world consciousness. I believe I'm a body on earth, and everything is material to me. You don't really feel much spiritual in the root chakra. You're just earth. And your body's heavy, and you just experience that. Now, if you clear the root chakra, you start to feel connected with Mother Earth. You start to feel almost like appreciation for Earth more. And when you clear the root chakra, you're also clearing sort of deep primal negativities, like fight or flight, like just deep fears and rage and dark energies that get stored in the root chakra. Kind of like you're clearing your evil parts, or your darker parts inside the root chakra that get stored there. Then, as that gets cleared, you get more connection to the earth. And that gateway, because it's like an energy it's an energetic gateway, it opens. And then it allows your prana, or kundalini, depending on what you're working on, to rise up the spine into a higher state of consciousness. Higher just means you feel more expansive. And that's the sacral chakra right here, which is kind of the reproductive organ chakra. That one stores a lot of fears. If you experience a lot of fear or nervousness, you're probably clogged here in the sacral chakra. Now, if you clear this chakra, you start to not only reduce your fears, but you open up your creativity. So people who are artists, musicians, are able to produce creative works. If you work on this, you want to produce poetry, you work on your sacral chakra, you'll start to open up that channel, that experience of creativity. As that gate opens, in other words, that chakra becomes clear, the energy is allowed to go up the spine into, we'll say, your solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus is your battery, your sun. It's like your energy. If you have a strong solar plexus and open solar plexus, you can work all day and not get tired. You're like the Energizer Bunny. You've got a strong solar plexus chakra. Now, if it's clogged, then you might feel tired and drained quite easily. Also, this is the seat of control. I want things my way. It's like ego. I want things my way. If they don't go my way, I'm going to pout, or I'm going to get mad or upset. So I get tight here. So if I open this, I start to let go of more of the control of needing things to go in a certain way. As this opens, it opens up the gateway for the prana, or energy, to go up into the heart chakra. And the heart chakra oftentimes stores heartbreak. Like if you've broken up with someone in the past, you may carry that hurt, that broken heart with you to all of your other relationships and project onto them. Well, they might betray me or cheat on me again. They might do this to me, and I need to protect myself just in case they cheat on me again. So I'm never going to be fully open to my girlfriend or boyfriend because I've been cheated on in the past. I cannot fully feel love for you because you might hurt me again. And so this shutting down of the heart creates, we were talking about this, like maybe you want the person you want to be with them, but you're like this. Like, come closer, but I need to protect myself just in case you really hurt me by betraying my trust. This is very, 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 very common. Which suggests also from the other person's side that it is important to create the integrity in a personal relationship where you don't cheat on the other person. Because not only are you affecting them on their heart level, but you may affect them for the rest of their life. Where they feel, since he cheated on me, now I can't trust anyone, ever. So, there's a certain realization of like, this person has a soft heart. Most people cannot handle cheating easily. Now, if you have a really, really open heart, then cheating won't bother you so much because you'll just love nevertheless. You'll say, this is just the human condition. People do cheat. It's pretty common, actually. In our society, it's surprisingly common. And I accept that. And I'm going to keep my heart open to love nevertheless because I believe in love. Right? Someone asked me, what's my religion? I said, I don't have a religion. If you could say my religion is love. If my heart shuts down to someone, I want to be aware of that so I can open it back up. I want to work out everything inside my own heart so I can continue to love everyone and shine light from my heart. That's what I want. So I'm going to open my heart back up to trust to trust in the world, trust in the universe, that all of it is meant to be as it is. Ultimately, it's trust and love in God, faith in God, that whatever comes to me, this is simply part of my karma. I'm walking through life, embracing and accepting life as it is. Let me keep my heart always open. That's a prayer. So then, as that gateway opens, then it goes into the throat chakra, that the prana rises into this. This is where you can speak your truth. A lot of people have trouble speaking truth. Oh, well, that person, I accidentally hurt that. See, I used to have this. Maybe I still do. What is it called? Horse and mouth syndrome? No, foot and mouth syndrome. I said horse and mouth. Foot and mouth syndrome, where I would say things. I remember I accidentally said something to my sister a long, long time ago that was mean. And I wasn't thinking in the moment, I just kind of blurted it out because I had a tendency to blurt things. And after that, she and I didn't have a close relationship for like the next years. She didn't want to talk to me or reach out to me. And one day, my mom actually told me what I said to her long ago. And then I called her up and I said, my dear sister, I'm so sorry that I said that to you in front of all these people. I really apologize because I didn't mean to hurt you, and I blurted it out. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Well, and through that bridge with my sister ended up actually forgiving me because she recognized my sincerity, that I really wanted to become a better person. And then we've been great friends ever since. So I took responsibility for my side, but I didn't even know that I had said something to her until my mom told me about it. So that's foot and mouth syndrome. So as this chakra opens, then I start to speak. It's kind of like flowers come through my mouth instead of darts, because words can be like daggers, darts, right? Any word can pierce someone.
Feel them.
And then you're like, whoa, and they get real. It can be stronger than actually getting literally stabbed by a knife. If a word can be strong enough, that word can sit with the other person for the rest of their lives, and they may never be able to recover from that. So we have I wouldn't say a duty, but a motivation to work on clearing our throat chakra so we can say loving and beautiful things from a truthful place. Not that you have to fear always of offending someone, because people are always going to make mistakes regarding their throat chakra. But if you did, simply say, yeah, I made a mistake, and I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings, and then move on. So then, as the throat chakra opens, the energy, the prana goes into the third eye. And the third eye usually is kind of more your intuition. So if one is mostly guided by rational thought, that's not your intuition. If I do this, then this. Intuition more is like, I just have a sense I need to go that direction. I feel pulled or called to. I'm not sure why, but I'm going in that direction. I'm open to the universe sort of guiding me. That's the opening of the third eye. If it's clogged, then you're probably not going to be aware of much except your mind telling you what to do. And one day that mind could change its mind and say, actually, I want this. Right? And so you get confused. Should I do this or should I do that? You're always confused about what direction to go because you're not in tune with your intuition. So then as this chakra opens, then the energy finally rises to the crown chakra. And the crown is your opening to the cosmos. It's your connection to everything. Your feeling of everything is just God. Everything is the one. There's no me and the rest of the world and all these things in it. There's just God. And your normal other chakras won't be able to see that. That won't make any sense. Be like, what do you think? I see everything as separate, so how could I possibly believe that everything is God? How could that possibly be? But as this opens to the cosmos, there's the dawning. Ah, yes, everything is the one. There's no question about it. And so then it's like people are acting like they're separate, and you know, I don't understand why everyone is acting and fighting each other when everything is me. So this is the crown chakra. We're gonna work on each one in this meditation, clearing it, activating it, and at the end, after each clearing, we'll kind of sit with the energy to see if you can feel the differences in presence and energy. This is like a energy experiment where you try to feel deep inside any shift or change. If you can feel that change, lock your attention on that, and it will take you deeper into the meditative experience. That's how you develop a more profound spiritual practice, becoming aware of subtle changes in your energetic system. You become more and more and more subtle. Okay, so let's begin by taking 11 deep breaths in and out through the nose, slowly and deeply. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Breathing in. Breathing out. Deep breath in. Release all the air. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Breathing all the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Deep breath in. Exhale slowly. One last deep breath in. And release all the air. And we relax. And then to balance the Ida and the Pingala nadis, the moon and the sun channels. We'll do a very simple meditation. If these two channels that run along the spine are balanced, you will be surprised at how concentrated your focus is. You will not be distracted by anything. So, balancing of the Ida and Pingala is very important for empowering your meditation. So we visualize the full moon on the left side of our forehead. And at the same time, on the right side of the forehead, we visualize the blazing sun. Again, imagine the full moon on the left side of the forehead and the full sun on the right side. Again, visualize the full moon on the left side of the forehead. It's white, cool. Maybe you can see the craters on the moon. And at the same time on the right side of the forehead, the sun blazing warm. And then we let the visual go and notice our meditative state. Feel our mind becoming more and more concentrated. So we start now with the clearing and activating of the root chakra, the very bottom of the spine. So if you squeeze your anal sphincter muscle down there, you can even squeeze it a few times. That actually helps to stoke the fire and open that chakra. We place our fingertips together like this and in front of the root chakra. And we chant together Om Bhur, B-H-U-R. Om Bhur, Om Bhur, Just feel the shift. Imagine the light from the root chakra, the pure white light moving up your spine into the sacral chakra, which is at the sacrum, the back of the spine. We place our hands now, fingertips together in front of the sacral. We chant together Om Bhuva, Bhuva. Om Bhuva, 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 Om Bhuva. And then we relax. Allowing the sacral chakra to be illuminated, awakened. And imagine that the light is moving up your spine from the sacral chakra, energy center, up into the solar plexus, which is right here, but behind at the spine. So the light, the energy is moving upwards. And then we place our fingertips together again in front of the solar plexus. We chant together Om Sva, S-V-A-H. Om Sva, 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 Om Sva. And relax. solar plexus chakra is being illuminated